Loveless by My Bloody Valentine, their second album from the legendary fall of 1991, which we've already covered in depth. So many great records in just that 4 or 5 month time span. This record is landmark album in the shoegaze dream pop sphere, helping catapult it to the masses. It feels like the album reinvents how you can use a guitar to create music. Most of the album was heavily influenced by both Neil Young and The Cure, who we just covered yesterday with Songs of a Lost World. The Guardian called it the pet sounds of avant rock, and Pitchfork compared it to Dark Side of the Moon in terms of historical impact. Robert Smith of The Cure called My Bloody Valentine the first band to ever pissed all over us, and Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins said it's very rare in guitar-based music that somebody does something new like this. Now that the historical impact is out of the way, the record starts with only Shallow, which at least on the Apple Music version of the record is significantly louder than the rest of Loveless, possibly due to some compression. It doesn't change the fact that it's an excellent song with a huge wall of sound element to it. Loomer is good and has never been played live, fun fact, because the guitar used to record it doesn't exist anymore. They wouldn't be able to replicate that tone. The bass in To Hear Knows When is actually a rumble that kind of sounds like a recording of a storm. It's a really cool way to get low end into this song that doesn't have actual bass lines recorded in it. There's no bass in the song itself. And this is the track that blows me away in terms of reinventing what's possible with the art of guitar. It was recorded with multiple layers, 4 microphones, 6 copies of the tracks, all processed differently. That's just the tip of the iceberg. I would have to write a lot more just to tell you how this track was made. What an insane way to reinvent and make something new out of a tried and true instrument in music. Making the playlist will be only Shallow and To Hear Knows When. Score, this gets an 8. I do have one big flaw with the record, but it's more of a flaw with shoegaze or dream pop in general. As a lyrics first person, 9 times out of 10, the lyrics kind of take a backseat in this genre. You either can't really understand them, they're buried in the mix, they're just more of another instrument with the other instruments. So it stops me from fully immersing myself. But the album was fun, even if the second half kind of just blended together a little bit. Its historical impact can't be overstated, so for that, it does get an 8 out of 10.